starting off, I was going to ask you about the Wi-Fi. You're wearing a shirt now. Just talk about how connected this Wi-Fi really is now in mid-2 fall camp.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a work in progress. I think everybody wants to have a close-knit bunch. Everybody wants to have team communication at the highest of levels, and everybody talks about it. One thing to talk, one thing the other is to certainly have it. So, I would give our team credit. I do think this is a football team that's connected. It's building a stronger connection. We have to keep it connected in adversity. I think when you add social media and response of adverse situations during games, during seasons, it makes it trialing for a team then to do it when it's hard. And we're learning how to do that together. I think coaches, staff, players, everybody is. It's a complete process for us to remain connected throughout a season, and that's much different than right now. But we're on our way, and I like where we are. And the shirt is just the reminder, right? I think to do that. The shirt's just a reminder, and we're working towards it every day.
Yeah. I mean, I think you talked about the noise, but fall camp, you can't hear anything else but what you're doing in this, facility. Talk about how beneficial that has been just to really focus and plug in on your guys and not the media anymore.
Well, it's so the future is uncertain. And if we're not focused on that, I don't think there's any other way to live, and certainly not to play this game. It's really hard on our players first and our staff. If you start getting caught up in all the other things, it'll just completely consume you. And I think it's the best process to live it the right way, for us to prepare the right way, to give us the best chance at having mental health and being happy playing the game. It's my job to make sure I take off the stress of our players the best I can and give them solutions to what they can deal with so they can just go play a game that they love playing. And it sounds easy, but that's what the whole point is.
Talk a little about just practice today. It seemed like some good, plays on both offense and defense, especially towards the end of the game. So just talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was our first time to have a couple tackling segments. I thought it was good. You could tell we hadn't done it yet, and some guys learning how to go to the ground the right way and tackle the right way and play physical the right way, but yet still compete with and keep Troy healthy. But it was good. We ran around. There'll be plenty of stuff. The whole point of all this is to expose our football team to as many things as we can to heighten the level of the football we're playing, but also have them ready and expose things now so we don't get exposed later. And we're on our way to that. It was a good first touch at tackling some. Saturday night will be our big moment where we will fully scrimmage, and I know we're all excited for that.
On the lines of distractions, this is the end of pod number 2.
Yep.
And a big distraction is, starts tomorrow with classes and everybody back on campus. How do you manage that?
Yeah, I think it's unique. I've said it publicly. It certainly is unique for us to only have had a week before we start, but now we're here and it's time to do what we do, which is plan well and make this work and not talk about it in a negative context. I joked last week about it, but so we're in it. So now our guys are going to go earn their degree and be a student athlete and get their degree so we can send them off with a future not only in football at a championship level but in life. And so we've got to be creative with some of the time we get and how we can create it to still get enough meeting time and time on the field that allows us to execute and be ready for game one. But it's going to be unique. We've got to use some ways to still get our lift times in and still use our afternoon practice times to where we can work around the weekend and still grow when we're already starting.
You've continued to talk about physicality, but what group has shocked you the most, or not even shocked you, but been the most physical during fall camp?
Yeah, those guys, if they watch this, could be mad if I named a group over top of the other, so I'm going to completely refrain. We've been physical, though, and I am dodging the question, but out of respect for our players. I think each and every group, except for Goose Crowder, who's over to my right now, is a bit soft, but other than that, we've been pretty stout. But we've started physically. That's never been a problem at Troy, and certainly I don't believe it will be now, but I'm impressed so far with where we've taken steps early.